welcome to SCL1 TNO Knitting Project podcast. My name is Sharon and I'm coming to you from Surrey in the UK, where I live with my family, 3 cats and a dog. This is episode 49 and today is March the 19th, 2020. Okay, this is not going to go into its normal format. I have all my family around and I'm going to quickly whiz into socks because my current sock whip is my middle daughter's Easter present and she is sitting just behind the camera, really helpfully, but just for the moment she's disappeared. So I'm going to go straight into that so I can show you that straight away. Right, it's hanging out in my Elderflower Stitches bag. And I am doing jelly roll socks for her in this lovely yarn, which is made by Penguins. And this, which is an opal undyed. And I've got the first sock done. Look. So I was there when you saw it last week. And I have a jelly roll. Isn't it pretty? I really love it. Haven't cast on the second one yet, but yeah, I'm really pleased with that one. Really pleased. Right. So, yeah, this is not going to be anything like normal. For a start off, I need to pause for a minute. Yeah, so sorry about that. Today is going to be completely different to normal. I hope you enjoyed the socks. I'm going to go back to admin and then carry on, hopefully, sort of as normal as I get. So, for a start, admin. The podcast has a Ravelry group for SCL1 Knitting Project. We have 2 knit alongs currently going on. We have a shawl along till the end of April, and we have a square a day cow on a mystery, not on a mystery blanket, on a cozy memory blanket. And the idea is that we knit a square a day. I have failed somewhat on mine. And I've also opened a thread for you all to chat about absolutely anything and everything you want to. It says, I think the title is Quarantine and Social Distancing. I think that's what I called it. But basically, go in there, chat about anything, because you're all so supportive. I thought it'd be quite a nice thing to do. So go and check that one out. I think that's it for admin. I've only got a couple of comments. I mean, yes, Ginny, with 23 whips, I probably should have a monthly rotation, but hey, let's hope I can get a few of those down. And you'll see what I did with the Toad Hollow one, Jean, basically. Thank you both for commenting. Right, talking of which, let's go on to the other sock that I've got, which is hanging out in my Cherry Iris bag. Now, these are my Franken socks. That's the first one. And this is the second one, and I've got, I think I was there last week. I haven't moved my progress, and I've put those 2 in. I think that's where I was. I think I would maybe put those 3 in. I haven't done that many. Yeah. They are real Franken socks, aren't they? As you can see, they're fading. They faded from the pink to the green grey, and now they're going into the blue grey. But I'm really enjoying it, and they're from a little paint pot set from Eden Cottage Yarns. I think that's right. So yes, that's day 1 socks. So day 2 is shawl day, and that is hanging out in my Dandelion and Dogwood bag. Well, I did make some progress on this one this week. I didn't make an awful lot of progress on anything this week, just to be warned, but I did make a little bit of progress on this one. Thank you, Belle. That way round. I have started to add in the green. So I went with the 4 rows of the blue and then went straight into the green. I'm really pleased with how that's looking. And that's the green, isn't it pretty? And this is Lally Rock. These are all Outlander colourways. and this is Toad Hollow yarn from the Crafty Toads, and it is a kit for the Lost in Time shawl, which I can't do because it's crochet. So I did a Maytham shawl by Curious Handmade instead. Well, really? I'm sorry, there's going to be loads of ambient noise because, you know, everybody's here. So yeah, that's my Maytham shawl. And that's by Curious Handmade. So day 3 is living in my busy pottering bag, who sadly isn't making bags anymore. But I love this. And this is my Ingrid sweater by Isabel Kramer. I am really struggling for words this week. And we had an impromptu knit night on Tuesday, I think, a group of us. And I managed to get a little bit of my sleeve done. So I was, where my little chick is. And that's by A Corner of Craft, that little chick. And I'm putting all my little chicks and things on because it's coming up towards Easter. And as you can see, I did a little bit of the sleeve. The sleeve is growing. I think it is actually because it's kind of drop shouldered. I wonder. I did this the other night and then ended up with it kind of losing stitches. So yeah, it's almost down to my elbow now, which I'm kind of pleased about. You can see how it's going to look. Is that fab? I really like it. So I'd like to get this finished. Let's not lose stitches off the end of the needles though. So I'm going to go a little bit further and then I'm going to decrease a little bit towards the rest. But I'm so pleased with it. I'm so pulling it off the needles, let's not do that. So the yarn is Sirdar DK Cashmere Merino. And it did, although it's silk merino even, and even though it's a slidey yarn, it did colour work really, really well. So I'm really looking forward to wearing this. And there's a little bunny on the back of there too. I just popped him on for the sake of the fact I wanted to pop him on there. So that's my Ingrid sweater, which I love. I really do. I think it's really, really pretty, and hopefully if I don't get any weather to wear it this end of the year, it will be something nice to look forward to come the autumn. So that's day 3. Yeah, day 3, garment day. So day 4 is crochet day, and that is hanging out in my Bags by Awesome Granny bag that has a needle sticking out of it. Can you see that? I have no idea why it's got a needle sticking out of it. I'm going to go in and fix that because I just put it in my hand. Why have you got a needle sticking out of you? Yeah, it's just a normal needle. That's not a good idea. Let's put you in there. And as you can see, I finished all of my ones from Laura and Katie now, and I've started on my ones from Jenny. So Jenny is the lovely dyer behind Woolly Goodness Yarns. And right, I did 3 rows of this. I did 3 minis. I don't know whether that equates to 3 rows. I don't think it does, if I'm honest. Let's have a look. Somewhere here there is a little, there it is, my little unicorn from A Corner of Craft. And I did I just about snuck 3 round those ones. And I love this. And I'm just doing a giant granny square because I can't do stripes because I can't crochet in a straight line. And this is just mindless. And then once I've got all the minis in from Jenny of Woolly Goodness, I am going to put I'm going to put this away until Christmas next year, and I'll do swaps with my friends again and put some more minis into it. But I love it. It's really pretty. It's actually growing quite a bit now. It does actually go across me whilst I am crocheting on it, which is lovely. I love that little corner. I love the colours there. It's so pretty. Pretty corner. So it does kind of change each time you put another mini in. The feel of it changes. So that's day 4 crochet day. So day 5 is Mystery Blanket Day, and that's also hanging out in a Bags by Awesome Granny bag. And this is the Mystery Blanket by Debbie Abrahams, which she does every year. And this is last year's, because I am working on last year's at the moment. End. I did not get my square finished. I wanted to get my square finished. I think I was there. And then that's all I managed to do on Mystery Blanket Day. I did debate not showing this to you because I hadn't finished it, but I thought actually it just goes to show you don't make progress every week. And I think we've all agreed that this particular week has been particularly difficult for everybody. So yeah, I didn't quite get my square finished, but hopefully next Mystery Blanket Day I will, which actually might be today. Is it today? Shall we have a look, see what day it is today? Whoops, because I keep it in my diary. No, it's Scrappy Project Day today. I missed that, that was yesterday. So that's not going to be around for a little while. So yeah, I didn't get anything done on this yesterday. Well, it's just disappointing, but the project starts again from today. I didn't work as much on the project as I would do normally because of all that was going on. Obviously it's a really worrying time for everybody. I don't really want to dwell on it, but it has had an impact on my knitting. Apart from anything else, for some reason at the weekend I decided all I wanted to do was knit dishcloths. And this is in, oh, I've got the other bit, there we go, Sugar and Cream. In the, oh, I haven't got the ball band, can't remember the name of the colourway. I'm really sorry, I can't remember the name of the colourway. And I made a Wondrous dishcloth modified. So the Wondrous dishcloth is a pattern by the lovely Jules of So Sweet Violet. And I have made one by her, which I haven't got because it's already in use. But I couldn't get my head around the pattern repeat. I just couldn't hold it in my head, and that was because of all that was going on. I had too much else in my head. So I basically altered the pattern repeat on the front to something I knew I'd remember. And that's what I've done. And that's, I love it. It's scrubby and it's going to go into rotation now. So I did a lot of dishcloths at the weekend, which put me completely off project. So there's no day 6 because I didn't do anything for day 6. So I've kind of put that in as my scrappy project. So my day 6 was, oops, I knit a dishcloth, or 3 I think. I knit a purple and pink one, which wasn't supposed to be purple and pink, but I ran out of yarn. A green one, which is the actual Wondrous dishcloth, and then this one, which is a take on it. I like this one because it's more square. I literally cast on the number of stitches, then measured it and kept going until I had the same height. But yeah, I like it. I like that a lot. And this is nice, but it hurts my hands. I can't do too many, as I found out at the weekend. So that was kind of day 6 scrappy project. Wasn't at all. It was a couple of dishcloths. Right, yes. So that's the bag my dishcloths were hanging out in. And this is a bag by Homebag Makes, and it was the perfect size. That's her logo for the dishcloths. So that's my dishcloth bag. It matched. You can see why I chose it, can't you? Right, so sewing. I have a finished object. I've got my tree finished for my friend for Easter, which I'm really pleased with. I've managed to back it. I mean, my stitches aren't particularly neat. I tried. I'm not a particularly neat stitcher, but I tried. It doesn't look horrendous, to be fair. And it will be, you know, against the wall. So it's all ready to go. It's all ready to be hung. So, yarny acquisitions first. Let's carry on with the dishcloth theme. I got some more dishcloth cotton. I decided I'd quite like to make some Christmas ones, so I've got that for Christmas. And then I've got some more everyday ones in different colours. This is all sugar and cream, and it's all from Amazon because they were the cheapest place to get it. And I had quite fast delivery as well. So yeah, these will be more dishcloths in the future when I get a chance. Okay, and then this is Woolly Goodness, and is it March's Club? I think it's March's, isn't it? Let's have a look. So this is the Scrappy Project Club for March. So if you haven't got your Woolly Goodness Scrappy Project Club for March, these are 10 5-gram mini skeins which were dyed using a photo of some daffodils in a blue and white jug, which is that photo there. It comes with a lovely little charm. And that is the mini skeins. Again, Jenny is absolutely so pretty. Absolutely adore them. Such pretty mini skeins. Jenny, they're lovely. I'm really pleased, and I think April sign-ups are up. Maybe not, I can't remember. I might have a quick look for that. Yes, April sign-ups are up. So if you like those, you can go along and support her and do April's, which I'm really looking forward to. And I believe I have already done, but I will need to check that. So that is Woolly Goodness's monthly club. What else have I got that's yarn related? Sort of yes and sort of no. So the other thing I've got is my lovely friend and adopted yarn daughter Laura of the Lonely Knitter podcast has started her own little business, and it's Crafters Balm. That's her logo, isn't that sweet? And she's doing stitch markers and everything balm, and she sent me a couple of lovely little stitch markers which are really brilliant. Now I believe Laura has the other half of this, so when we're together we can put them together, and I really wanted the sprinkle donut. She surprised them she surprised me with them in my parcel. Isn't that clever? So she's handmade all these, and then this beautiful little package. I have got my balm. So I did a Kickstarter, so I backed her Kickstarter. I like that buzz off I'm knitting. Brilliant. That came with a little buzzy bee, and then 4 little balms, which are these ones. I love her logo. This is the lovely Sam Draws Things, who also did my logo. And then bigger balms, and these are great. So the idea is I'm going to have these in all of my project bags, and these are just natural, so they just, well, to be fair, that one does smell a little bit like chocolate, but they're just going to live in my project bag. So I've got one in each bag because I love it, and I love putting this on before I knit as well. Yummy. So yeah, so this is Laura from the Lonely Knitter podcast, and it's Crafters Balm. And if I get around to doing show notes, I will link it below, but I cannot guarantee that at the moment, because life is very much getting in the way, isn't it, for everybody. So that is the Crafters Balm. I also got, oh, here we go. So for stitching from the Stitchery, I got a Stitchery sampler, and this I will show you in better detail next week, has got a square of fabric, and the idea is you do a sample of every stitch on it. Well, as you know, I'm not very good at embroidery. I'm a very beginner embroiderer. So I thought this would be a great way of practicing all the different stitches. So I'm really looking forward to this. So you'll see more of this hopefully next week, because now I've shown it to you, I can actually start it. I was trying to make myself not start it till I've shown it to you, but so I just want to stitch because I didn't want to start anything else, obviously. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing it. So this kit includes hand painted antique linen, full instructions, and the thread required to complete the project. There's also accompanying tutorials, so that's good. I didn't realise that. That's fantastic. So that means I'll be able to hopefully do the stitches. So I'm looking forward to that. And then, last but not least, I am a huge fan of the lovely Kate of The Last Homely House. And recently Kate did a tutorial on how to do Coptic binding, and she sold some Coptic bound books, and I just fell in love with this. This is so fun. It's pink budgies. So it's a little notebook which she's made and sewn, and I absolutely adore, because I've got really into journaling. I'm not too sure what I'm now going to use this for, because originally I was going to use it for work, so I used it every day. But as I'm now working from home, that plan went slightly awry. I may still use it for work, my work notes, but it's a bit too pretty for that, so I might have to find something else for it. But the idea was, of course, if you're going to be at work, you might as well have something pretty to look forward to using. But now I'm at home, that actually isn't so much of a problem. Hey, so yeah, that was my book from Kate of The Last Homely House, and I think she's already linked in my show notes, but if not, I will link her if I get show notes done. She had some mini books which are smaller than this, I believe, left, which would be ideal to stick in project bags actually, and just make little knitting notes in them. Yeah, so that's the last of my acquisitions this week. One thing I wanted to show you was journaling. I have a load of papers and bits and pieces and the stuff I showed you last week. I think I mentioned it. I was going to make myself up some monthly packs. Well, I've done that. So this is what it looks like. Oh, it's in this giant pink cup holder. I didn't have a ring binder. My daughter did, that was going spare. So she said I could borrow it and have it. What they've got is, for each month, they're in a Simply Fish because I already had these, and for each month I've put a pack together. Now I had these month pages already, so they've already gone in there, and then there's various different bits and pieces to do my pages for that month in there. So the idea is, each month I will open one, do my month pages towards the beginning of the month, and then I can use them, because normally I don't have much time to do the pages, like the layouts of an evening. I can write them, but I haven't got time to do the layouts. So the idea was I'd do the layouts prior to it and then just use them each day. Well, of course, now we're all at home, I have more time. Which just goes to show how all that happened so quickly. Again, excuse the background noise, I have got family at home. Yeah, I see it this week, to be honest. I haven't got anything else to show you. I'm sorry it's a bit disjointed. I think that's going to be the nature of it now for a little while. As more and more people work from home, it's going to get a bit more chaotic around here, I think. At the moment it's just myself and my middle daughter working from home, and the rest of them are out and about. Ian obviously is retired. Meg is off. She's actually on holiday this week, so she's got a week's holiday, but she works in a pub, so she's fully expecting by the time she actually finishes her holiday the pub won't be open. So we'll see what goes on there. Equally, if you're not feeling it and you are feeling a bit unsure, there is the Ravelry thread, and the idea is that if you've got something that's made you feel really happy today, please go post it. If you've got something that's really worrying you, please go post it. My idea is it's some kind of outlet for both the happy and the sad, because as much as all of us are trying to stay positive, we're all going to have down days, and you know, hopefully on the day that one person is having a down day, another person will be having a good day and can lift that person up. That was my thinking behind it, so go check it out. My first post is on there. I haven't done one for today yet, but I will at some point when I have cleared up the mess that is podcasting. You should see the state of it behind me at the moment. In fact, I might take a photo of that as my photo for today's post. It doesn't help that the weather is revolting today. It was a nice day yesterday, but it's raining today. So I apologise for the lack of light in here. Anyway, I'm going to go. So I'm going to say take care. I hope you're all okay. Keep in touch. If you feel isolated, let us know. We will, in the day and age of FaceTime and webcams, and even you can do it on Instagram. We did ours on Instagram the other day. You create a little chat and then you can all pop up as a video call. It's great. So let's keep in touch, and even though we have to do it in our own homes, let's have knit nights, let's do things. So I'm going to definitely try. I'm trying to be serious, but I have two clowns behind me and I'm not quite sure what they're doing. Sorry about that, then the camera died. I'm going to say this is going to be very littly edited, totally all over the place. I have got to get used to podcasting now with people in the house, haven't I? It's going to be more like a vlog, I think, than a podcast. But yeah, please excuse the noise behind me. I don't know what my daughters are doing right now. Anyway, as I was saying, if you're feeling isolated, you want to have a knit night, get in touch with each other. Let's use that like we do the swap thread. Let's talk to each other. And, you know, as I said, with the day and age of webcams and Instagram and FaceTime, etc., we should be able to... WhatsApp as well works as well. We should be able to do some video calls, which would be quite fun, I think. Have a few virtual knit nights between us. Doesn't work if you've got too many people. That's the only thing I would say, is just try and keep a couple of you at the same time. Right, I'm going. So I hope you're all right. I hope you all have as good a week as you can. I hope you get to do some crafting. And hopefully, all things being well, I'll see you next week. What's going on behind me? This is my daughter working, and that's Meggles. And then that's the mess that is the podcast. So you can see why I had a little bit of a problem when I was trying to show the socks, because that's the recipient. But yeah, so that's the mess that is the podcast. This is going to be the close down of the podcast today. It's just going to be the mess that I've got going on there. I'm now going to tidy it up. That's the rest of the room's not so bad. And look, I forgot to mention, still haven't quite got that on the wall. It's still sitting on the radiator, but I have got my spinning wheels down now and my spinning chair. So hopefully I will get to spin. But you get the idea. Right, I'm going to sign off because I can hear music behind me now.